game. This has actually been out for a while, but I haven't played it because I wasn't that interested. But I think it'd be a good addition. So let's begin. Let me make sure subtitles are on. Pick up the text speed a little bit. I'm not that slow. Okay, let's get it. Enter my name. Okay, let's go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend where just, the kind of friend you'd never seen yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I might feel better off running away. I didn't read that right. However, I would just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I forgot to start my timer, y'all. 1 second. Okay. Sayori. Ha! Ha! Overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop myself and wait for you. You just say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Marcus. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But did you wait for me, after all? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Stop oversleeping. Get an alarm. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Marcus, have you decided on a club to join yet? What clubs were I in? What club was I in high school? We had a sports medicine team. That was fun. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I probably did and forgot, because I'm pretty sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively got along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, it's kind of sounds like me. Not too much. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I already have all those skills. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're pretty happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Sheesh. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Yeah, for real. Don't promise. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Didn't I just say I won't promise? Yeah, I guess I'll promise. And he promises. I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. We've been standing in the street for like 5 minutes now. Thank you. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Remember those days? After I picked up my things, I stared blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Siri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yes, that's a good club. I joined that club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have some. Sayori must have some. Ooh. Sayori must have come into the same classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there at his space, staring at his space where I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, I thought that you could come to my club. Oh, I don't want to go to your club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Why are you wasting time watching me stare into space then? Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after she was the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. If you proposed the club, why aren't you who's the president then? That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. I'm going to the anime club. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Who's Natsuki? Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's also cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. What kind of cupcakes are they? The Oreo cream filling? Oh, those are nice. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That's why I said it better be the Oreo cream filling cupcake. Those are good. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Like junior year? Why you say third year? Oh. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Might have knocked somebody out because them doors are rock solid. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. Ooh, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you, girl one. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you bought a boy? It's that kind of club. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Marcus, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. Just say something. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Uh, yeah. How old are you though, Marcus? Never mind. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. For real. She already knows what's up. Sorry. What's your name then? Natsuki? I wasn't asking you. I was asking Sakura right here. Oh, your name is Natsuki. Okay. Okay, Natsuki. No, wait, no, you're okay. Forget that entire conversation, y'all. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I didn't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Oh, so this isn't Sayori. This is not. Okay, yeah. So put that other conversation back on then. My timer keeps going out, y'all. I'm sorry. So Natsuki made the cupcakes. Are the cupcakes good? You can just ignore her. She gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Don't apologize for being the smartest one here. But don't get arrogant about it, though. That's not cool. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. So the girl at the left is Sayori. The girl in the middle is Natsuki, and the girl at the right, who's 6'4", is named Yuri. Okay. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? Who's Monika? Oh, okay. Hey, Monika. That's right. It's great to see you again, Marcus. I have never seen you in my life, but okay. Monica smiles sweetly. Maybe this Marcus remembers. I don't know. I don't know who she is. Do we know each other? Well, we rarely talked, but we do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. You watching me? I couldn't tell. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. I thought Yuri was the smartest and most athletic. She's about taller than this entire school. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. Y- y- you too, Monica. Come sit down, Marcus. We made a room for you at the table. We made room for you at the table. So come and sit next to me or Monica. Why gotta be you or Monica? Why can't I sit next to Yuri? I'll get the cupcakes. Oh no, that was her. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? You got chamomile tea? You got green tea? Yes, please. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Where's the teacher at? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, wah? Is that ooh wah? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated like little cats. Are they the Oreo flavor, though? If they're not the Oreo flavored or cotton candy, I don't want it. Or vanilla. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate where ooh, let me try that again. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. If I gotta voice all these girls, I'm gonna lose track. I'll just I'll just increase the pitch of my voice. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. I'm not doing that. I was maybe. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Siri grabs one first, then Monica, then I follow. So let me just recap. So the girl at the left is Sayori. This is Natsuki in the middle, and this is Monica, and then the other girl's Yuri. Okay, I got it, y'all. It's delicious. Sayori talked with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. It must be the Oreo flavor, because that's what it does to me. So I turn the cupcake around and my fingers looking at the best angle to take a bite. Just take a bite. It's a cupcake. Natsuki is quiet. Here she goes staring at me like I did something wrong. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. Is she? I'll take a bite I'll take a bite when you're ready. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Is the flavor called flavor? Because they still haven't said the flavor. They just said what the cupcake looks like. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Oh. So they must be the Oreo cream filling because that's my. She must know that's my favorite one. I thought you technically did. According to Sayori, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, dummy. All right. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yeah, good, because my cupcake's getting stale. Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Yeah, good question. I mean, I'm not judging, but good question. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. What teachers? Because I don't see anybody behind the door you're trying to block off. I don't see anybody. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes, it does. I guess. I don't know if this Marcus likes to read or not, but I like to read. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. Eh, that, that's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy. But I at least, excuse me, at least I. Well, tea. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I still didn't say it right. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. All these girls are in here attracted to me. Can I get another like dude in here? Because I'm not trying to be accused of anything. These girls are nice and all, but I don't. I gotta protect my back too. You know, there must be a camera in that top corner. So what made you consider the literature club? I made a promise that I said I wasn't gonna do, and I did it anyway because this girl wouldn't stop begging me for it. Um, just imagine him saying what I just said right there. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Give it a try. These girls are digging you, bro. Just give it a try. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel at home, okay? As president of the literature club, my duty is to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. So Sayori said that she had the idea and she founded it, if I'm not mistaken, and Monica is the president. What did you do towards it? How did she found it and she's not the CEO? That's kind of how I see it right now. Unless y'all co-founded it, that would make sense. But she said she thought of the idea. So Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all that politics around the major clubs. Yeah, that I can see how that gets annoying, especially in school when you got to see those people over and over again. College is a different story, but high school is just. I can understand that, Monica. I can understand. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity is how to prepare for events. Yeah, yeah, that's why I limitedly read the news because that's all that's on the news nowadays. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a good leader. Look how close her hand is right there. She's about to hold her hand. Are we all holding hands? Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort into starting something brand new. That is very true. You couldn't have said that better. I should tweet that fax machine. Especially when it comes to something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I, that also makes sense. You're preaching to the choir, Monica. I like you. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. I think I saw Derek pass by the window right there. Hey, Derek, you want to come join this club? Because Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Marcus, what kind of things do you like to read? Let's see. I got a couple books on the stock market. I read about like well-being, maintaining well-being. Um, Think Better, Live Better by Joel Osteen. That's a pretty good book. The Bible's also a book, but I don't read it like a book. That's my go-to. But I also read The Fifth Wave. The book is better than the movie. That's pretty good. Hollywood. Oh, I mean, what kind of things you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. You read in video games. Just say say use a Kindle. Manga. No, that works. That works. Manga works. That's even better than my idea. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Just say something. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Yeah, when that new episode of Boruto comes out, when they actually have good story and it's not freaking filler all the time. Anyway, what am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yeah, what do you read? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so preserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lighting up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Oh, that's my mouse. I was looking for my mouse for a second. I was like, huh? But I like a lot of things. Let me move that out the way. Oh, stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately and isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off your loop? That's very true. That's very true. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book. I read a horror book once, once in your entire life. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. With a rock or the rock? I'd have a conversation with the rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. What do you like? Oh, why is that? Well, I just Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Again, never mind. That's right. You usually don't like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind in the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and give it back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Says why she got behind her like that? Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I'm trying to make conversation. I'm trying not to be a jerk. I think that's impressive. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your reader's you must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? It sounds like it. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... Good idea, but ... I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Well, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. I think that's a good place to pause. I think that's going to do it for today. I'm already about at 25 minutes of recording, so I'll pause it here. Let me just make sure that I save so I don't have to start over this whole thing and redo everything. That's a lot of slots. Wow, that's 6 and 9. That's 91 slots, if I'm not mistaken. That's crazy. Is that... Wait, that's it? Return? Main menu. I just want to make sure that I'm, actually saving it. No. So, return. If I hit save... Okay, okay, it's saved. It's saved. All right, y'all. And with that, I will see y'all in the next video. Please comment, like, subscribe. And I'm still working on my Q&A. No one's asked me anything yet. So what y'all ask is when I'll post. I'll see y'all next time.